So this is the given information, that we have some angle, that we don't know what the angle is, but it's got a sine value of 4/5. All right, well, let's see what that means. We got a unit circle, right? And the unit circle is special. We know some points on it. This is 1, 0. This is 0, 1, and so on. I'm not going to write them all in. You guys understand the unit circle. Every point is 1 unit away from the center. So whereabouts would this be? Well, sine, if we remember from our notes, is y over r. So on the unit circle, r equals 1. So 1, if we have 1 in the denominator, then that must mean that 4/5 must be in the numerator. So somewhere on this unit circle, there's a point associated with 4/5 in the y direction and a radius of 1. Well, every point has a radius of 1, but where's 4/5 in the y direction? So I'm going to break the y direction into 4/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4/5. So here, if I can draw this correctly, let's draw a straight line. So there, that's y equals 4/5. And where does it cross our unit circle? Well, it crosses it at 2 spots, here and here. Okay? So we either have this as our angle, T, or this is our angle, T. Okay? So this is maybe a little bit more information than we've talked about so far, but I hope you can see that both of these have a sine value of 4/5. They both have a y value of 4/5, and they both have a radius of 1. Okay? So how does that help us with our problem? Well, our problem says, okay, since the sine of angle T is 4/5, what's the sine of pi minus T? Well, what's pi minus T? Pi minus T is in your notes. We've talked about it a couple days ago. So I want you just to pause the video and take a look in your notes and see if you can find pi minus T. All right, now that you've paused your video, what is pi minus T? It's the supplement. Pi is another thing for 180. If I have an angle, and I don't know what it is, but if I take 180 minus that angle, that should equal its supplement. Right? So, how does that look in our problem? I'm going to go down here a little bit, see if we can understand supplement. So here's our unit circle. Let's look at some values we know. All right? So again, this should help us understand our problem we're doing. So here's 30 degrees, right about there. Okay? Let's say this is 30 degrees. Looking at our note sheet, 30 degrees corresponds to the point square root of 3/2, 1/2. What is its supplement? Well, 180 minus 30 is 150. 150 is over here. Okay? It turns out it's also exactly 30 degrees away from the y-axis, or the x-axis, excuse me. So here's 150. All right? Does that make sense that it's the same distance from the x-axis here? Well, what is its point? Its point is negative square root of 3/2, 1/2. But what we're trying to figure out is what happens to the sine when we have a supplement of our angle. So here's our angle, here's its supplement. Here's two supplements. This is 30 and 150. Sine of an angle is y over r. Both of these have a y value of 1/2. They both have an r of 1. So this is just one instance. This is 30 degrees. We don't know what our angle is, but at 30 degrees, we have the exact same y value for its supplement. Here's 30 degrees, y value. Here's its supplement. What if we tried 60 degrees? Another one we know. It's on our sheet. 60 degrees is about here. Okay, if you look on your sheet, right, or you look on the board I have in class or the in the front cover of your book, it's got a point of 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. Okay, again, our y value is the square root of 3 over 2. Its supplement is over here. It's at 120. Right, 60 and 120 equal 180. They're supplements. Whoops, that's neat. Okay, they're supplements to each other. How are their points related? Well, this point is negative 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. Okay, again, the y value is the same. They both happen to be 60 degrees. Okay, 60 degrees from the x-axis. So what I'm getting at here is I could pick any angle in here. Its supplement is going to be directly across. So kind of back up to here now. Its supplement is straight across. So it turns out the first two angles I drew right away, they're supplements to each other. Okay? One is here, one is here. Both of them have the same y distance. So both of them will have the same value. So if sine of t is 4/5, sine of pi minus t is also 4/5. This is part A, 47A. If you didn't understand it, rewatch it, try it again. But definitely ask questions in class. So I want you guys to get to the understanding of this type of problem before we get going too far.